Happy Monday, everyone. Corinne from Mama's Little Lambs. Sorry, I was trying to get my camera straight. It seemed like it was a little bit off. Didn't mean to make you dizzy. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some special books that we are going to be using for the fall season, and I will be back to let you know what they are. Welcome back, everyone. The first book I want to share with you is a bittersweet book. Goodbye, Summer. Hello, Autumn. It's always hard to say goodbye to summer because we usually have such beautiful weather and the birds and just all the vacations and family time and so much beautiful things, flowers, beautiful leaves and trees and just abundancy of new. And it's hard sometimes to say goodbye, but then we know in autumn things are going to be beautiful also. So this is one of the first books I like to start with my children. Goodbye, Summer. Hello, Autumn. And then we move on to our next book, which is We Gather Together, Celebrating the Harvest Season. And I really like this because it's filled with facts about the fall equinox. And there's just so much great information and things that do take place in the fall. All the animals, how things start to change, how the leaves start to change, how you notice animals are doing different things. It even talks about the fall equinox and the fall and just the planets and the sun and what happens. And so there's just, like I said, so much wonderful information in here. And the harvest is coming in and people are gathered together to help one another. So this is a very special book as we start our fall celebration. The next book is Why Do Leaves Change Color? And I think it's so important for children to know because they go from such a brilliant green to all the golds and yellows and reds and oranges. And it is fun to know the story of why and the fun things that we're going to do with leaves. It's a beautiful illustration of a hillside. So I wanted to make sure that we always share this book about the changing of the leaves and what else starts to take place in the fall. So why do leaves change colors? This one is a celebration of Halloween with pumpkins and costumes and candy. And we throw a few in there for Halloween. So this is one of them that we use. And this is by National Geographic. Another one that I love to read, and it's so fun, is called Stumpkin. And it's about a little pumpkin who didn't have a stump up here on the top. And it is a sweet story. So I love to read that story with my children. Also, one that we use during the Halloween season is called The Pumpkin Patch Parable. And it is beautiful. It tells the story of the pumpkin. And it just goes through in the harvest and what they have to do and how things get done and how the season folds open and what the pumpkin is all about. And I just really, I don't want to give it away. If you have not read this yet, it is a wonderful book. The next one I have is The Little Old Lady Who Was Not Afraid of Anything. And there's a big old pumpkin following her. Another one is The Legend of Spooky, the Square Pumpkin. I'm sure a lot of you have read this. Great book. We have Good Night, Little Pumpkin. A Halloween Scare in Colorado, because that's where we're from. We like to incorporate that book. And then I have Who Said Boo? And this is a Halloween poems for the very young, and it goes through, and it's got lots of different poems, and they're fun to read, and I really like this book. I do believe I got this book used. Let me see. I might have bought this one new, or bought it used off of thrift books, but there's a Halloween night, and there's just different ones. Who Said Boo? I'm a monster. He's being silly. and mixed up masquerade. So there's just lots of fun little poems in here for Halloween. And I might have a few other through here. I do pull those out as we get closer to the week of Halloween and read more. But this one is called Pumpkin Soup. Yum, yum. My sister actually made a wonderful pumpkin soup, and it was made with different squashes, and she put it inside the pumpkin, and it's served out of the pumpkin. It was beautiful. This one is Seed and Sprouts and Pumpkin Pie, and this is National Geographic, and it's got some beautiful illustrations of how the pumpkin starts and how it grows, and just the beautiful fields of pumpkins. So this is a great book. This one is Autumn Leaves. Talks about the leaves changing colors and the different trees and where they come from. This is a hickory, and just where they're found. There's so many different ones to see and so many beautiful colors. We love collecting leaves. This one is all about fall and the fall season, and it takes you through and lets you know what happens during the fall season, how the harvest starts, when they're picking things, all the animals getting busy, flying kites, how the weather changes, and ooh, it gets cool. Talks about mushroom hunting, and there's just several different beautiful things about fall. This is another poem book, Autumn Blings, and this is a fun book. It's got some beautiful poems in here, fun for the fall season. Hibernation and Geese Peace, and it just goes through some really fun poems, and apple picking. Just some really great poems in here that we have enjoyed. Excuse me. Harvest Festival, Leaves, Where Once There Was Woods, and then The Fall Walk. Beautiful book if you haven't. I have summer, spring, winter, and then this one is The Fall Walk. Let me just kind of give you a peek. Talks about trees and leaves again. Talks about the things you see as you travel through and go on your walk. And you go through the woods and the forest. Go through all different areas. You can go through an orchard. And just beautiful illustrations of the things you will see. So I like that one. This one is called A Fall Ball for All. The Busy Little Squirrel. Animals in the fall, preparing for winter. It shows you how they get ready and how they have to leave and migrate and travel. Some adapt, some hibernate, and some migrate. And it tells you the ones. And so it's a great book to go through to learn which ones have the different things they do. Squirrel's Fall Search. He's on search for food. I know what he's looking for. Awesome Autumn. The 12 Days of Autumn in Colorado. And this is beautiful because it's got a beautiful CD that goes with it. And it talks about the author and being in Colorado and just the different leaves and trees you'll see, going through the mountains, how the animals are getting prepared, and how they know the change is coming. So I really enjoy this book, and being in Colorado, I think it's so important for your children to know about the area in which you live and what goes on in different cultures in your area. Whoops, sorry. Trying to grab another one and it was falling away. This is Kara called The Scarecrow Dance. And this is a fun book. If you don't have it, it's wonderful. This one is another one about the scarecrow. And it talks about the scarecrow and what his job is. We never think that things are important, maybe a scarecrow's job, but they're very important. This is The Circle, the story of a garden. And they got photographs in here, and it just talks about the different gardens that they plant. Look at that great big leaf. That's a huge green leaf that grows towards the sky. And wow, just and these are beautiful illustrations of photos. They're just gorgeous. So I really enjoyed this book, and it shows you, oh, there's a big spider sitting on a leaf. Great book. Wonderful book. The next one is Halloween pie. Like I said, we do have a few mixed in from Halloween. Hello, Harvest Moon. Great book also to read. Beautiful book. The next one is The Pumpkin Tea Party. And then we got From Acorn to the Oak Tree. And we got Watch an Oak Tree Grow. We love searching for acorns. So these are some of Mason's favorite book. And this is Autumn and Snow. Talks about like if it was going to snow in the autumn, but the leaves falling down, it's like snow coming, and you can take a rake and pile them up and jump into a great big leaf pile, and how you need to have warmer clothes. So it's just really, really a fun book. I enjoy this one. It's fall. Red leaf, yellow leaf. Great book. Leaf Man. If you're not familiar with this, oh, this is a must on your list. It goes through and it shows the different leaves, and then it shows you different things you can make out of the leaves. And it's so fun because you can collect other, like the acorns and other dried flowers, and you can put them with the leaves, and you can make a creation. Look at the little animal. I don't know if you can see it here. Let me slide my books down, and let me see if you can see the little animal here. Just fun. I love being creative, and this is so cute to make different things. And some of them, even the leaves look like fruit. So you can do so many things with the Leaf Man book. And then the last book I have, well, let me show you this first. These are the leaf matching game. And this is fun to do because they have several different trees. Like, let's start with the northern red oak. And then it shows you what the leaf looks like. And on that oak, there's going to be the acorns growing. So they would match these. And it's a fun matching game to do after a nice nature walk and you've seen the trees. And this is a Scotch pine. And you look for what grows on a Scotch pine. That grows on there. And there is a pine cone starting. So a really fun game to throw in after your like nature walk or during school gaming. It's just a fun game to play. Now, last but not least, one of my favorite books is the Outdoor Art Room Art for Fall. This is a fantastic book. It has so many great ideas for you to be creative and for your children. And it talks about fall words and find out more. And it talks about falling leaves, things you'll need, fall masterpiece. So you're going to create this. It's absolutely beautiful. And like I said, there's so many different ones in here. Pumpkin seed pitcher. I don't know if you can see the pumpkin. Let me bring it down here. You can see the pumpkin, and it's all made out of seeds. And how fun. And like I said, there's so many. Apple print wallpaper, wrapping paper. And you can make it out of stamps, and it turns out so cute. So like I said, we've used this book. We love it. The Fall Bowl. You can find different fall. And they're kind of like loose parts, and you can put them in there and be creative. It's so pretty. Watercolor leaves. Beautiful to make. So just this book is great. It's got several different things in here. So this is one of my favorite books is this one. So, whoops, kind of moved them out a little bit too far. I'll put them there. So if you have not used the Outdoor Art Room Art for Fall book, it is beautiful. So those are the ones that we are going to be going through over the last week of September and through October, and then November will change out. But I wanted to show you some fun books that you will enjoy reading, and also being creative and throwing in some Halloween in there, which I will add more in when it gets closer to that time of the month. But I wanted to share these with you. So if you're searching for any, these are some fantastic books that I shared. So if you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you will know when I make my next video. Thank you so much. I hope your fall season is beautiful, and I will see you at my next video. God bless. Bye-bye.